Hey guys, happy Friday. This is our second back squat day. Remember, if you came in on Monday, we did a heavy single. We've been using today as a recovery day for those that are training regularly, or if this is the only squat day, building up to a heavy set. So we're gonna do a set of 8, kind of a moderate warm-up, priming weight, and then 4 sets of 4. If you came in last week, it's the same thing that we did, so build off of those numbers, trying to get a little bit heavier this week. So we're gonna do, just again, classic back squats. So a good setup, particularly if you're not going super heavy, focus on good speed. So nice position and good speed out of the hole versus just the overall weight on the bar, all right? I always remind people we want the back squats to translate to our other squatting movements. So nice tall torso, imagining wall balls, thrusters, those types of things, all right? So that's our strength. Our workout has 2 parts, conditioning. So we got, first one tough is some rope climbs, bar muscle ups, and dumbbell snatch. So let's talk rope climbs real quick. Number one, if you've never done a rope climb, we start with what's called a rope lower, okay? So to do a rope lower, you gotta straddle the rope, start with your hands nice and high, and try to keep your body as straight as you can as you lower yourself down to the floor, okay? Now, when I talk about that rigid body, when you come back up off the ground, try to pull your hips and whole body as a unit. What I mean is try not to sit up like this, okay? Rather, as you sit up, pull your whole body off the ground, okay? You're gonna get a lot more upper body strength benefit from that, all right? So that's a rope lower. Now, as you start to get into the climbing of the rope, you wanna learn to do what's called an anchor. Now, this takes a little bit of practice. We always recommend having something to cover your shin, okay? This will give you a chafe on the shin if you're not careful, but multiple styles for this. What we teach is a quick but stable version. You lift one knee up. If you look at how it goes to the outside of my foot, again, my hands are nice and high. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna pull first. I'm gonna try to set the anchor of my foot. And what I do is trap the rope between my 2 feet. And now watch, I'm gonna pull my arms as I stand, okay? So when my legs are straight, that's creating a really strong anchor there, okay? Then I get my hands up as high as I can, and then I lift my knees as high as I can, and repeat, okay? So as I come down, go as high as you're comfortable. As you come down, don't slide the rope through your hands. Just kind of let the rope go slide between your feet, and then hand over hand, hop off, and that'll be it, okay? Chalk helps a lot with this. Stay in your comfort zone. You have a few reps, so you can do less reps. You can do just as high as you feel comfortable, all right? Or a combination of climbing and rope lowering, okay? But we wanna work on that grip and eventually start working on that climbing technique, all right? From there, we go to another challenging movement, which is the bar muscle up, okay? So I would say, well, this is a advanced movement. It is functional because it's just like getting ourselves over a wall, right? So I'm gonna show you first a jumping bar muscle up. I can change the difficulty here depending on how high or close I am to this bar. We have some bars that attach really low, but the idea is set yourself up where you're gonna jump into this support position, okay? So again, just think about it like getting out of a pool, jumping over a wall, okay? Set this up, use one of the low attachments if you need, but jumping into support. Okay, the higher the bar is, the more challenging it gets. And eventually you can try using a band. Now when you use a band, I recommend your initial jump off the ground should be slightly behind the bar. Swing and up, okay? Make that look easy because I practice, okay? But when you do it, little trick is you're gonna use that swing to your advantage, get a really deep grip in the bar so your wrists can transfer over the top more easily. Those are the 2 bar muscle up variations. Now, if both of those are a bit intimidating, you can just work on maybe chest to bar pull-ups or some other pull-up variation if you want. That's totally fine, all right? We're finishing this part off with dumbbell snatching. So this one's straightforward, dumbbell between the feet, drive it overhead, ideally switch, touch and go off the ground. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can switch on the ground, but we're gonna alternate arms, focusing on good power from the hips, good lockout overhead, all right? So that's part 1. We'll be doing a lot of these two-part conditioning. Second one is just a sprint. You're gonna be doing a sandbag carry, a sandbag like this with handles, right? It's gonna be on the back, so you're gonna run a distance, 400 meters, if you do it as prescribed with this on your back. You're gonna come back, jump it off, and then do another 400 meters with no weight. Adjust the distance on that run to keep some intensity. We have an 8-minute cap on that, right? So we wanna try to keep you moving through that, particularly the second run with some intensity. So that's it for today, guys. See you tomorrow.